Hey everyone! Welcome back to Yousaf Reacts, the place where we dive deep into the fascinating world of Hollywood. I am Diana, and today we are going to dive deep into the world of imagination as we talk about the new release of 2024. Dune Part 2 is what we are going to talk about today. But we move on, I want you all to subscribe to channel and press the bell icon for further updates. So let's jump into the story of one of the most anticipated movie of 2024. On the planet Kitane, Princess Irulan Carino secretly journals that Paul Atreides may still live, while her father, Emperor Shaddam IV, is dispirited after promoting the fall of House Atreides. En route to siege Tabr on Arrakis, Stilgar's Freeman troops, including Paul and Lady Jessica, overcome a Harkonnen ambush. Reaching the siege, there are suspicions that Jessica and Paul are spies, though others see signs of the Freeman prophecy that a mother and son from the outer world will bring prosperity to Arrakis. Stilgar informs Jessica that their reverend mother is dying and that Jessica must be her replacement, for which she must drink the water of life, fatal for males and the untrained. Jessica transmutes the poison and thus survives and inherits the memories of every female ancestor in the lineage. The water also prematurely awakens the mind of her unborn daughter, Aelia, allowing Jessica to communicate with her. They agree that Northern Arrakis must be convinced first of the prophecy. Chani and her friend Shishakli believe the prophecy is false. But when Paul makes a speech about not seeking power and wanting only to fight alongside them, Chani develops respect for him. Paul embraces Freeman ways and learns their language, taking part in rites such as riding a sandworm. This allows the Freeman to respect him and accept him as part of their community. He forms a romantic relationship with Chani, becomes a Fedaykin fighter, and assists in raids on Harkonnen spice harvesters, earning the Freeman names Usul and Modib. As the Freeman disrupts spice production, Baron Harkonnen replaces his nephew Rabban as Arrakis ruler with his psychotic, murderous younger nephew, Fade Rotha. Margaret Fenring, a Bene Gesserit, is sent to have sex with Fade and secure his genes in case Paul's bloodline is unsalvageable. Jessica travels south to unite with more fundamentalist Freemen. Paul fears his visions of a holy war will manifest if he also goes south as a messiah. He stays in the north and reunites with Gurney Halleck, who leads Paul to House Atreides' hidden atomic stockpile. Fade attacks siege Tabr, killing Shishakli by burning her to death and forcing survivors, including Paul, to journey south, where he drinks the water of life and falls into a deep coma from which Chani awakens him by mixing her tears with the water of life. Across his lips, he attains a clearer sense of the past and future and attains complete prescience, seeing a vision of Aelia and realizing the Baron is his grandfather. The Southern Freeman leaders urge Paul to challenge Stilgar for leadership, but he refuses and instead declares himself the Lizan Ai Gabe. He proves his abilities by reciting the life of a freshman spectator, thus securing his position as the leader of the Freemen. He sends a letter challenging Shaddam, who then arrives on Arrakis with Irulan, Mohiam, and his Sardorka troops. Paul's Freemen surround Shaddam and attack, using atomics and sandworms. The Sardorka are overpowered, and Paul kills the Baron and takes Shaddam and his entourage captive. Gurney catches up with Rabban and slays him. As Paul challenges Shaddam for the throne, the great houses arrive in orbit. If they intervene, or threaten to destroy the planet's spice fields with the Atreides atomics if they intervene, Paul challenges Shaddam to a duel, who chooses Fade Rotha as his champion. Fade Rotha initially has the upper hand in the fight and nearly kills Paul, before Paul regains the advantage and fatally stabs him. Irulan consents to marry Paul whilst Paul affirms Chani that he will always love her, while Shaddam gives in to Paul's ultimatum and kneels before his signet ring. Above Arrakis, the great houses refuse to accept Paul's ascendancy. He orders his freemen to attack the orbiting fleet. Jessica and Alia reflect that this is the beginning of Muad'Dib's holy war, while a heartbroken Chani chooses to remain in Arrakis. This is what Hollywood needs: a great story with a great director or producer. After that, the best thing a studio can do is get the hell out of the way and let artists create art. Dune Part 2 is creative, beautiful, tragic, and mesmerizing. Never once did I get bored or anticipate what was going to happen next. I haven't read the book, so I have nothing to compare it to. Denis Villeneuve continues to amaze me with the effort he puts into each of his films. The acting in this film was top-notch too. If you liked or loved the first one, the same will apply to this one. Personally, I loved this one even more, and I think general audiences will as well. So I hope it does well at the box office, because I need Dune Messiah now. This is everything I love about going to the movies. Also, Hans Zimmer. For book readers, I'd say this one takes more liberties than the first, but they were changes I liked, some for the better even. For the most part, it still hits the main beats from the book with a few things altered. The biggest change is no time jump. Therefore, a certain character doesn't fully appear in the movie, contrary to the book. Though, they still use the character in a different way that I liked personally. In the quiet embrace of ink and page, a story unfolded, timeless and sage, through the lens of a filmmaker's artistry, its essence soared. A masterpiece for all to see. I think Denis Villeneuve has just made the most visually stunning epic story of a movie that's ever been made, the most powerful story of a movie ever been told in the last 20 years. There has been no movies with this scale, resulting in not just a piece of a film no more but a piece of art. It's what Infinity War and Endgame looks like if it's not a superhero for kids entertainment type movie, the more adult version of Star Wars. Dune has just become the most intriguing, fascinating, and admirable movie world that we should always get excited about right now. Marvel Universe are over. Star Wars Universe are over. Let the maestro Denis Villeneuve handle all of this if they are gonna make another one. I'm glad to be able to say that I think Dune Part 2 was a masterpiece. I haven't felt this or feeling and just feel fascinated at a movie like this in quite a long time. I have nothing to complain about the story and the visual of the film because I felt most of it, if not all of it, was just perfect. I cannot describe how incredible the visual of the film was, how mesmerizing the sound and the score of the film was, and how amazing all of the performance was. Props to Timothée Chalamet. I'm not surprised if he gets the nomination for Best Actor for the Oscars next year. He totally deserves it and absolutely needs to be considered. Each dialogue was great. Each scene from one to another felt important and worth it. Action scenes are some of the best I've seen in a while, and the perfect stabilization between the action and the narration scene are very well done. 2 hours and 47 minutes of pure grand epic film fills with the most stunning visuals that you could possibly imagine, and an intriguing storytelling that kept you going for the whole duration. It's that good, it's that epic, it's that great. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. Overall, I could see both Denis Villeneuve Dune finally get the influential recognition 10 years from now, and specifically part to being also one of the greatest sequel ever made. Dune Part 2 was easily the best films of the year so far. It is more than what he's supposed to deliver. So, there you have it, a brief look into Dune Part 2. If you haven't watched it yet, do yourself a favor and go for it. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more movie reviews, and let me know in the comments. Until next time, keep smiling. This is Diana, signing off.